Howdy mates, good afternoon. Today marks Saturday, September 20th, 2025, and I've decided to yet make another film after a couple of weeks, just because I'm visiting a section of northern Idaho that is quite unique for the state. So basically, we're not too far from Elk River in terms of the region of Idaho. And a neat history, or I should say, a neat natural history of the area is there's layers of volcanic ash in this region that actually came from the eruption of Mount Mazama. And if you have watched any of my previous films, Mount Mazama was the volcanic eruption that formed Crater Lake. And so all of this ash traveled for miles on end along with the basalt that makes up majority of the bedrock in this region of the country. The forest type is also very resemblant, if that's a word, of that in coastal Oregon, even though we're clear in Idaho right now. So that lays the basis for the type of trees that we're looking at. So we're basically in what is called the Cedar Grove, and it's predominantly filled with Western Red Cedar. That's the tree type that you're looking at right now. And it even looks very similar to the coastal redwoods, that's along the Pacific coast of Northern California. And the thing is, given that we're in an old growth forest, it's fair to say that the average age of these trees are probably close to 1,500 to 2,000 years, give or take. These trees have been here for a good while. But what makes this forest so unique is the fact that it's able to maintain a rather cool environment year-round, and has a way to retain moisture even during some of the warmest times of the year, as a matter of fact. So I'll show you guys up close here what some of the foliage looks like. It actually resembles a cedar that is found in my home state of Ohio, the northern white cedar, though it's not exactly the same thing. The needles themselves are a bit more of a lustrous green, and what makes their foliage unique is that it's flat. So basically, if you look, just as a demonstration there to kind of clue you in, there we go, that gives you a better view. There, that's a lot better. It's basically like a single plane. So there you have it. And typically the cones, I'm not really seeing any at this exact moment, but generally speaking, it might only be maybe 2 inches in terms of its length. It's really about it. They don't really get that large. It's quite ironic how many of the conifers that do exist, for the ones that do create a large presence, typically have smaller cones, just like the coastal redwood, for example, as well. But the primary basis of why I wanted to make this film too is in this region, here we have this guy right here, going up going up, going up, going up. This is actually the largest known and tallest known Western Red Cedar in the United States, east of the Sierra-Cascade mountain range. And it's actually notably one of the largest known trees in terms of its diameter in North America. And that says a lot, just because, there's even another type of conifer called the sequoias that could basically compete. But just look at this. Look at the diameter of the base here. It is said that this tree in particular is over 3,000 years old. So you can only imagine how much this tree has seen in terms of its history and for how long it has existed. Wow. It's just remarkable. And the fact that the diameter is about 18 feet, which is insane. That's basically, that's 3 of me in terms of height. So just imagine a tree diameter having 3 of me. It's quite wild to think about. But anyway, I just figured it was worth making a film on this, just because this was a bit spontaneous. I didn't even know that this cedar grove existed until just a couple hours ago. And sometimes those are the best kind of adventures. So, all right, you guys. Have a good one. Take care. And of course, Journey on a Journey is onwards. See you later.